Abdoul Lazy King Abdouraguimov is a 16-1 welterweight born in Dagestan, Russia, and now fighting out of Nantes, France, with MMA Factory and De La Hiva Nantes. The 27-year-old is the ARES FC Welter and Middleweight champ after a remarkable fight to gain his second title in 2023. 13 finishes overall and 11 in the very first round. He's a great grappler in the cage and charismatic to a C outside of it. Second of 2 fights in 2020 for Lazy King. This a catchweight fight at 175 instead of his normal welterweight 170, facing 7-1 Louis Glismann out of Copenhagen, Denmark. 5 of 7 victories by submission for Spartacus. 30 ticks into the fight, Abdul active with the left kicks. Glismann comes back, but caught out by the counter left hook, stuns him for a second. Abdouraguimov circles back to the center and lands a nice step-in overhand. 40 seconds later, Lazy King throws a head kick at him, then another counter left to the chin. Abdul level change, opponent quick underhook, but not gonna work as the single leg brings the action to the mat. 2 minutes later, Glismann can't spin out of side control and gets trapped in a choke. First, it looks like Lazy King wants the Von Flu, but he cuts that knee all the way across opponent's body to the far side to lock in that arm triangle. Abdoul Abdouraguimov moves on up to 12-1, making the round 1 submission seem elementary. That's 2 taps in the second stanza in a row, following his first and only career loss. Got to skip another first frame submission. Now Lazy King is in 2022, first of 2 contests in the year. This one up against 14-6 Godofredo Castro de Oliveira Pepey. All of the names under the sun for the Tough Brazil Season 1 runner-up, and also fought to a 5-6 UFC record. Off the jump, opponent flies in with the knee. Abdul grabs both underhooks. Godofredo tries the trip, but Lazy King ends up on top, commanding the action. 1 minute later, Abdouraguimov escapes opponent's multiple chain submission attempts, then turns the tables on him in an instant. While attacking the legs, Abdul puts him in an inverted triangle for the submission. Second round Subway sandwich for the Lazy King, pulling off a rare inverted triangle in 2 minutes. That is his 4th straight finish in the first, all from tap-outs. And oh, he won the ARES FC Welterweight title with this win, almost forgot that footnote. And oh, he also won the ARES FC Welterweight title with this win. 4 months later, Abdouraguimov is defending his welterweight strap for the first time against 27-9-1 Carl Amoussou. The Psycho is an MMA vet since 2006 and has fought all over the world, including a 5-4 Bellator stint. Early first heavy overhand by Abdul takes him into the clinch, knee in the mix. Then he double legs. Amoussou defends but can't escape the secondary trip. End of 1, Lazy King elbow slashes Amoussou open. Moments later, Abdouraguimov able to posture up in half guard and lay down the lumber like Paul Bunyan. 20 straight seconds of ground and pound. First round ends and Amoussou has a huge cut over his eye. Doctor puts his eyes on it and immediately ends the fight. Abdoul Abdouraguimov finishes the bout in the very first frame for his 5th consecutive finish in the opening round. Defends his welterweight strap for the first time and moves the record up to 15-1. Last fight to date for Lazy King from January 2023. He's moving up 15 pounds to face 16-4-2 Rafał Haratyk. The Polish tank holds a 3-inch height advantage and 7 inches in reach. Fresh in the first, Abdul leg kick, but opponent makes him think twice. Stiff kick to the body, but Abdouraguimov able to catch it and use it for a single leg. However, Haratyk fantastic takedown defense, planting that palm down. I think I saw a breakdancing move in that mix. Moments later, playing a little footsie before Abdul off-balances him for the take. He was waiting for Op to stand on a single leg to take him to the mat, advancing straight to mount. End of one, Haratyk trying to guard pass, but Abdul grips opponent's wrist and then grabs his own for the Kimura. He uses that and his butterfly hooks too inside to sweep and attack that Kimura. Haratyk with some great D, Abdul reverses course and goes armbar. However, opponent able to advance into side control. Start of the second, Lazy King shoots and gets that single, but opponent simply overpowers him, looking to have a big strength advantage early. Abdul held down all second stanza, looking for triangles, leg locks, heel hooks, anything, but nothing biting the line just yet. Third starting up, Lazy King wants the double, but better sprawl by Haratyk. Opponent passing the guard, but Abdul catches him in the calf slicer. Doesn't quite have the right angle to slice and dice, however. He can use it to get back standing. Championship rounds into the fourth, and Abdouraguimov hasn't been past the first since 2015. Looking labored and getting pieced up along the cage, desperate takedown going nowhere. Final frame punches take him into the clinch, Abdul able to ground Haratyk from the whizzer, turning the tides. Moments later, Lazy King gets the guillotine. It is cinched up, but Haratyk stays calm and eventually would escape. The fifth is winding down, and Haratyk back in command. Abdouraguimov needs a miracle. He gets creative, dives for the knee bar, and it's deep. He gets the angle on him, and the tap with seconds to go. Abdoul Abdouraguimov pulls off a movie-type ending, pulling victory from the jaws of defeat with just 25 seconds left. The Lazy King put Paris in an absolute frenzy that night as he became ARES FC's first. The Lazy King put Paris in an absolute frenzy that night as he became ARES FC's first two-belt champion. If I was a UFC matchmaker, I would have already signed him twice over. Truly a fun fighter inside and outside that cage.